Olá, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do nosso canal. Hoje eu tenho algo muito especial para dividir com vocês. Na verdade, é só o começo de uma nova série de vídeos que vamos produzir nos próximos tempos. Vamos falar de um lugar que eu particularmente gosto demais, Ybor City. Muita gente associa Ybor à vida noturna, à bagunça, aquele lado mais intenso da cidade, mas Ybor está passando por uma grande transformação, algo que pode mudar completamente a cara de Tampa nos próximos anos. Assim como vimos acontecer com Water Street, Ybor está prestes a se tornar um dos lugares mais incríveis da cidade. E por que isso é importante para você que está pensando em morar ou investir aqui? Porque estamos no início dessa transformação. É agora que surgem as oportunidades, é agora que você pode conhecer, entender e acompanhar esse crescimento com a gente. Eu vou conversar com uma pessoa incrível, a Tina, que é corretora de imóveis comerciais, parceira nossa, especialista em Ybor e também parceira minha de liderança na associação. Ela vive esse mercado e tem uma visão privilegiada sobre tudo que está por vir. Essa conversa será em inglês, então aproveite também para você treinar o idioma e se sentir mais confortável com ele. Afinal, morar aqui também é mergulhar na cultura e no idioma, não é? Espero que você curta esse novo formato e se gostar, já sabe, deixa o seu like, comenta aqui embaixo o que você achou de Ybor, o que quer saber, se inscreve no nosso canal para acompanhar os próximos episódios dessa jornada. Vem conhecer Ybor com a gente.
I think we need a Brazilian retail shop. I think we need a clothing store.
Or I'll tell you, a bakery.
We need a bakery.
I've been craving a Brazilian bakery in the whole Tampa area. And so many people ask me, where should I open? Where are all the Brazilians? And I'm like, Brazilians are all spread out. But also, Americans and everybody else will love a Brazilian bakery. Stop thinking that you need to be where
So
Brazilians
why don't you bring me a bakery?
So
I've got the spot for
I
it.
will. I also work with a very specific niche, and everything that I do is in Portuguese. You're, I guess, the second or third ever video that I'm doing in English. And I just love showing what we have that is different from everywhere else and our history. And I think that I chose Tampa instead of anywhere because of this diversity, and Ybor is part of it. I just love it, and now I'm
It's
finally
a melting pot,
living.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I live
Yeah.
there, and all the time we're like, where are we gonna go out to dinner? Is it gonna be Water Street or let's go to Ybor?
Right.
We're diving into one of Tampa's most iconic and rapidly evolving neighborhoods, Ybor City, one of my favorites.
Yeah, mine too.
Known for its historic charm, cultural richness, and character, Ybor is not just a place to visit. It's a place to invest, to build, to grow, to live in. So joining me today is Tina Marie Eloyan, a commercial real estate expert with deep roots in the Ybor City community. She's helped countless businesses find their perfect spot in the vibrant neighborhood. In this conversation, we're talking about what makes Ybor so unique, especially for commercial real estate, the types of businesses moving in right now, how the neighborhood is changing, and what's coming next, and tips for anyone thinking about opening a business or investing in the area. So whether you're a business owner, an investor, or just curious about what's really happening in Ybor, this episode is packed with the insider insight and real-world stories. So let's get into it. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? How long have you been in Tampa?
I'm born and raised in Tampa, and I feel good about, getting involved in Ybor because it's somewhere that I had gone with my family for years. That's where the city started. That's where everybody came over from Miami and Cuba and the cigar rollers.
So you got into commercial real estate. How did you get into commercial real estate in Ybor?
So I went down to Ybor, and I always love a challenge. And everybody was asking me, why are you even in Ybor?
So when was that? Was 2000?
No, 1990.
Still 90s.
7. My first take on Ybor coming in as I'm going to totally focus on this area. I had called a gentleman named Eric Sheeler. He was my first client, and he still is my client. And he had a sign up on his corner building for rent. I called him for like 2 months straight. And when I would call him, he'd yell at me.
For sale? What was
for
it?
lease.
For lease.
He'd yell at me, tell me not to call him again. He handles his own business. He doesn't need no realtor, and hang up on me. And then I'd call him again, the next day. And I would just continuously do this. And it became my goal to actually get to know him. And I got a call back from him one day. And he said, I'll tell you what, there's a tenant that's not paying rent. It's a cigar guy. His name's Felix. He's been with me a long time. If you go collect money from him, you're in.
And you love a challenge.
Right? So I was like, oh man, how am I going to do this? This is exciting and scary at the same time. So I dress up, I march into the cigar shop, and he didn't open till 11. And he doesn't speak a lick of English. He's Cuban, like no English. And I said, empty your pockets.
That's your first line?
Mm-hmm. And he did. And he took everything and he put it there. I don't know if he thought he was getting robbed or something.
Like, what the heck is happening here?
And I looked at the money, and he had about $120 on him. And I took the $120, and then I started writing out a receipt. And I handed him a receipt. And I said, you just paid $120 to Eric Sheeler, and you're going to pay me from now on. Do you understand? And he goes, yeah, see, can I have 20 for food tonight? I have no money.
Oh, wow.
So I gave back the 20. I made it
You
100.
changed the receipt.
I made it 100 because I'm not horrible, right? Like I was there to go do a job.
Just a commercial agent.
I'm just a commercial. So I did 100, and I said, now you're going to get on time. You're going to start paying your rent, and if you don't, you got to go. And he goes, okay. And he goes, what's your name? Tina. And then we became fast friends.
All right, so you started in Ybor. That's how you got started.
That was Ybor, and I got my first client.
Leases, and
it kind of went like a little bit of a slow roll of a ball, and then it just got bigger and bigger. And before I knew it, I was involved with most of the owners down there, helping the biggest names that were down there, and then they became my friends. And it was just great. I was one of them.
Let's talk a little bit about the Gasworx project.
Sure.
Can you share what it is?
I will tell you, I am not the realtor or brokerage on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're out-of-towners.
Okay,
it's Kettler. And they joined forces with one of the owners here in Ybor. And they're building this magnificent, probably going to be even more magnificent than Water Street. It's going to be pretty amazing. We have more acreage. We have more land to do buildings like
billions of dollars.
There's going to be thousands and thousands of square feet of everything you can imagine, from banks to we need everything.
It's a mixed use.
It's going to be a complete mixed use.
Okay.
So there's going to be a mixture of a lot of the apartments are rentals, but then you have like Canvas Homes, Michael Mintzberg's building. Those are all for sale. So you can get in and purchase maybe a condo, a townhouse for $7.
So it's not going to be just apartments.
Right.
Okay.
So the buildings where you can purchase are on the outskirts of it. So it's really a great project.
From a perspective of someone who has the vision, loves Ybor, and wants to open a business there, is it now too late? Is it too expensive?
Absolutely not.
There's opportunities for people who want to be a part of this.
I'm looking for several businesses to go into those places now. I think we need a Brazilian retail shop. I think we need a clothing store.
Or I'll tell you, a bakery.
We need a bakery.
I've been craving a Brazilian bakery in the whole Tampa area. And so many people ask me, where should I open? Where are all the Brazilians? And I'm like, Brazilians are all spread out. But also, Americans and everybody else will love a Brazilian bakery. Stop thinking that you need to be where
So
Brazilians
why don't you bring me a bakery?
So
I've got the spot for it.
I will. Really?
I have the complete spot for it.
At least 2 people who asked me about opening one here. And I think just the location of Ybor is so central because people might live in the suburbs and maybe they're going to be driving from Wesley Chapel or Riverview or even somewhere in Pinellas County. And that is just where, everybody can the most drive, 30, 40 minutes from anywhere in the Tampa Bay area and be in Ybor. And it's just so
I
beautiful.
think it would really be something. I think it would be a huge success.
That's our plan. So this is just an intro.
This is the beginning.
A teaser. Yeah. I think I'm going to ask people to ask me questions. And next time we're going to go through the scripts. And thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Have a beautiful weekend.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
Você acabou de conferir um pedacinho da nossa conversa. Começa a seguir o nosso canal para você receber a notificação de quando nós soltarmos o vídeo completão. Você vai adorar.